Hi, I'm Katie Moonstone. Welcome back. This is your weekly energy reading update from March 22nd, we'll say, because I'm actually recording this on Sunday. And it's the 22nd through the 29th, we'll say. And the retrograde is finally over. Woo! But we're in its shadow period, so let that energy just clear itself out. But what you need to ask yourself is, what did you learn? What kept playing over and over again until you realized that this was actually for you and not about you? If you saw it and you changed the pattern, then you changed the pattern and you just rewrote history. Rewriting patterns take courage and growth. Your internal energy and landscape has now shifted forever. You will never be able to go back to what was. Either you met something like, let's say you met yourself with self-abandoning, but then you met it with self-love or respect, as an example. Maybe you kept realizing, oh my God, I've been the one abandoning myself. I'm not, doing this. But then you changed it and did something, you reacted differently. Now you're in alignment, right? You found that peace and balance. That alone is actually worth celebrating. So yay! Good job. That's actually self-trust, trusting yourself, because the lesson was for you to learn how to conserve and or protect your energy. What you spend your energy on is actually everything. That is what actually is going to make your turning point in April and for the rest of the year. So you had to learn that lesson, and as you move forward into April, you're going to be like, oh, okay, now I see. Because there are a lot of people out there, they just want to play around with you. Playing seeks control, but protection seeks balance, you see? Energy always returns itself to its original source once it is no longer intercepted. For some reason, I think that a lot of us were projected onto, and we carried something that actually wasn't even ours for us to carry. And I do feel like this week someone might be trying to project, because I also have tried to make this video 4 times now. I'm on number 5. I'm not giving up. And somebody doesn't want somebody to say something. And I feel like someone is carrying some truth. That truth will be spoken. God always has a way. Anyways, energy always returns itself to its original source when it's no longer intercepted. So all those people that, let's say, they did project onto you, well, you just found your self-love or your self-respect, let's say, or your self-worth. Now you're here. That energy, maybe they were trying to keep you from you knowing or having your own that. Maybe they didn't want you to have boundaries. Well, now that has to go back to them. Now they got to eat it. So this week is actually considered the karma burn. Some people are going to be feeling that karmic burn. Anyways, that's what happens. It's called growth. And that growth was for at least one person in the room. If it wasn't just for you, maybe it was for that one other person. But the growth wasn't for their reaction. It was all about your transformation. The moment your depth deserved equal reciprocity was the moment you stopped shrinking your needs to fix someone else's comfort zone. It's knowing that being loving and genuine doesn't require manipulation or control. It is not a sign of weakness. Most people think, hey, she's loving and kind and naive. That's a sign of weakness. Actually, that's your superpower. It's discernment. Balance is maturity. It's strength. Remember, depth intimidates those who only see surface levels. People who love deeply, they tend to detach very cleanly and with love and grace. There's no drama to that. Why? Because they're mature. Someone who offers warmth does not need clarity because they already embody it. You already embody the love and the warmth. It's just like you coming back into a wholeness, oneness. Hey, you were willing to pour into other people, but they rejected you somehow, some way. So guess what? Now you get to bring that all into yourself. And what did that do? That made you feel better. What's really going to make people super mad is that your growth, you had to learn to adapt. And now that you're elevated, that kind of evolution cannot be manipulated or controlled because you now fully understand why everything had to happen as it did. Now that they can't take away from you. Because now you're not looking at things through fear, through lack, through desperation, or some other lower vibrational emotion. You actually disrupted the pattern, which equalized the energy, so you alchemized it. And now people have no choice but to meet you. Let's say you were vibrating here, well now you're here. They have to either meet you there or they lose you forever. Like that's it. And some of these people will be like, hey, I tried to talk to you. What happened? And you really don't know. It's because you're here. You don't feel that down there, you know? It's below you. You're here. So anyways, you're rare because you're actually real. You did the work. You sat in silence all by your lonesome. You had to rebuild all by your lonesome. And now you know that depth is not a flaw. Your depth is the stability. It is the presence. Now stay in that openness and be ready to receive. Because now that you paid attention, get ready, because you got blessings coming in, baby boos. Yay. Because today is a solar reset. So today is the 22nd, and it is actually the cosmic, it's the solar reset. We start from 0 or 1. So now your path is clear. Because yesterday was the equinox. So this is our brand new, like, let's say your new year. The solar system resets today. So if you did all the work, the universe acknowledged it, and you'll know because, hey, you're about to get blessed. You'll feel it. Maybe you were carrying a heavy burden. Maybe it wasn't even your burden. All of a sudden, you have let it go, and now you feel a million times lighter. That's how you know. But all of you still need to move in silence. Because whether we're dealing with like some kind of psychological or spiritual warfare, at the end of the day, it's real. The difference between a demon and a stronghold, now watch as I try to say this, my music in the background is gonna keep trying to go up so it covers my voice, but we'll see if we can get through this. The difference between a demon and a stronghold is how he gets in. And sometimes how that stronghold stays in is how you think. How do I know that? Romans 12:2 says, be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Demons must be casted out. Strongholds must be casted down. 2 Corinthians 10:5 says, cast down imaginations and everything that is against the knowledge of God, and bring it into captivity so it that may be obedient to Christ. Demons are casted out quickly. Strongholds are broken over a period of time. John 8:31 says, if you continue in the word, you will come to the place where you will know the truth. And that truth will set you free or make you free. Not one sinner, people who don't even know God. I don't like to use the word sinner because honestly, I already defined sinner once. But let's say people who don't believe in God or the demons, they're not going to understand anything that I just said. The ones that, when I talk about the demons, I'm talking not the ones that are just hanging around, but I'm talking about the ones that already went and like captivated someone's empty vessel. They're not going to understand anything that I just said, but they're not supposed to be, because it even says in the Bible that demons are dumb. The evil is dumb. The wicked are supposed to be dumb. The wicked runs from things that are not even chasing them. Like, why are you running? So they're not even a part of the whole equation. Remember this, when the people pick a leader, God does not like them. But when God picks a leader, the people don't like them. That's significant for someone. Noah, look at Noah and Jesus. No one liked them. Whenever God uses you, the evil will do everything to mess up your character. Jesus said it would be like in the days of Noah. But a lot of this has to do with just remembering the presence of God. When you walk with the Spirit, He will lead you with truth, and He will have you remember. That's the role of the Holy Spirit. It's divine intelligence, right? You're supposed to be able to walk in a room, and let's say everyone in that room has a college degree, but you don't. And you're the only one without one. But everyone in that room is forced to listen to you because of the light or that invisible person inside of you. That's divine intelligence. Most churches do everything in the Bible backwards. Like, think about it. Jesus, when He prayed, well, when you go to churches, what does everyone do? They bow their heads, they close their eyes, and they all hold hands. Jesus didn't do that. He did this. He had His eyes wide open, and when He did His teachings, He praised and lifted His hands up. You know? If you want scriptural results, then you got to do it the scriptural way. Most people do things the cultural way, and that's the problem right there. Nightmares don't even come from Satan or the devil, if you want to call it that. All your nightmares actually come from God. God speaks to us and warns us through dreams, through visions. The devil can't read your mind. Remember, God equipped you with the full body armor. He can't read your mind. That's why I say you need to move in silence. Don't speak anything. Because once you speak it, now the devil knows what you're going after. And that's the very thing they're going to take from you. Say you want love so bad, or you want to be married, or you want a job. Well, you know what? Keep that to yourself, and you'll get your wish fulfillment. Because once a little demon or a little spirit hears about it, oh, guess what? That's exactly what they're going to attack. And sometimes the devil or the demon, they attack, yes, through evil, but also through good as well. God tells you to guard your mind because everywhere the devil is working, God is actually warning you. You know, like when you're sleeping at night and all of a sudden you get you're in this amazing dream, and then all of a sudden you see like some little creature, and you get startled and you wake up. That was God telling you, hey, you got a demon in your room. You're being watched. You know, think about it. Go back to your dreams. Did you ever have a dream where it was so good and all of a sudden you fell? Yeah, that was God warning you. So it's time to wake up. You are the one that lets the devil in. And how does the devil get in? By manipulation and control. All of this is the Most High's creation. He created this. This was His plan. He created heaven and hell. What did the devil create? Nothing. All he does is confuse. God speaks in dreams and visions. And when deep sleep falls upon the people they lay in their beds, He whispers in their ears, even in waking. If you hear a whisper, that was divine. And terrifies them with warnings. The first dream in the Bible was a straight up nightmare. And to them, and because of these nightmares, like, what the reason why He does it in nightmares is because it's to help you to not make that wrong choice. It keeps people from being in their pride. It protects them from the grave so that you don't cross over into hell. And I'm, making it, but they literally call it the river of death or the lake of fire, right? So if you're not paying attention, he will give you a dream to show you their demise. Focus on the truth. This week, remember, Jesus bent down and washed the feet of those who did him wrong. The people that were sinners. That's why I said I don't like to call people sinners, because he already died for our sins, right? So right now, there are no such thing as sins. Those are all gone away. That battle has already been won. But remember, Jesus was the one that bent down and washed the feet of those. Some of us say, yeah, we would do that. Would you? Would you really? Because if you really are that person, you're about to be asked this weekend and the next, probably in the next few weeks too. You want to talk the talk? It's time to walk the talk. So, a lot of you say you will do it, but you're actually not. You're not walking the talk. Well, it's time to walk the talk. And that's what you're going to be asked to do, especially for those that went through what they went through. There's a reason for everything. I mean, think about it. If you go back into your life and you'd be like, wow, Jesus went through this, or Noah went through this, maybe something in the Bible resonates with your life. Yeah, of course it did. It's supposed to. Anyways, in the next 2 days, expect setbacks. But this setback is going to carry something with it. The setback is also something being handed to you. So the things that you let go of will be replaced. Watch for things that feel a little off, okay? These 2 days, in the next 2 days, are going to be more like quiet little corrections or small redirections. There are going to be subtle changes where something leaves, but something quietly better takes its place. Smells this week will be amplified. Smells are tied to memories usually. So not everything leaves in words. Some things actually leave through our sensations. So maybe things will pass through you that way. Pay attention to what you do. Pay attention to what you do without thinking, okay? That's going to be huge this week. Maybe you'll find a message without thinking, or maybe you'll finally send that message. Like maybe you've been wanting to talk to somebody and you finally send that message and you do it without thinking. That's because we're going through this last week of March. So when you're doing something without thinking and you actually did it, was that really you or was it the divine? Maybe someone's doing it through you. Anyways, we are in our last week of March this week, so this is actually considered the low visibility days because of the Mercury retrograde and the other planets that were retrograde. All the planets now have gone direct. So we are now considered to be in Aries season. So you're going to feel that, you're going to kind of have that little weird feeling of, I got to take action, but it's not time yet. Like you're in that transition like phase. You're going to feel it. Like some of you really do know where you need to be. And some of you have already taken action onto that. So I'm getting to that. Because the reason why you're feeling this is because once April 1st hits, that's when the speed is going to take up for the rest of this year. It's just going to go, whew, this year is going to fly. Happy birthday. Since we are in Aries seasons, happy birthdays to the Aries. Happy birthday, Aries babies. But yeah, that low visibility is like moving through a fog because Neptune is kind of lifting now. And I think Neptune is in Aries at the moment. So right now you're still in that fog. And some of you might not really nothing is actually really pointing out to you. So if nothing's really pointing out and you still don't have that clarity yet, you might want to just wait until you get that clarity is basically what I'm saying. But for those of you that have the clarity and know exactly where you need to go, you're not going to be stuck this week and you're not blocked, but you're going to feel like you are. hey, I'm supposed to be doing this. Why ain't I doing this? Because the energy has to catch up, okay? You're actually waiting for the energy and the timing at this point. So don't force, just go with the flow, because basically the ones who have the clarity, you're waiting for the other ones to have the clarity too. This is all about a domino effect. So yeah, once this domino effect takes place, and then when April hits, boom, everything takes off in full speed. The ones that are actually jump and take advantage of this, they're gone. And yes, there are going to be people left behind. The doers, like if you're an executioner or you're a doer, right? The doers are going to learn this week that you need to, things can still move by you staying still. So that's going to be a hard one for you. So if you're a doer, like, hey, I have to take action or this will never happen, your new lesson now is going to be, no, you don't have to do that, because it's going to move. It's already going to go in that direction anyways. And you don't have to actively push it or work on it, which is going to be different. And it's going to be very hard for some of you. And the reason for this, because outcomes are being adjusted. This is about divine intervention at this point. And without you forcing them. So you can't force nothing. Not everything moves when you move. Some things move the moment that you stop trying to control everything. That is what makes this week a very powerful week, because nothing dramatic is actually going to happen on the surface, but something very precise is being rearranged underneath the surface, let's say that. This week, expect something small to happen, but this small thing is gonna hit really hard. Harder than it should is what I should say. Small moments are going to be bigger than usual. And it will hit hard because it's going to hit hard because it's not going to be competing with the noise. It will be very different for everyone, and it's going to arrive very clean and fully. When this happens, you're actually going to wonder why something so small affected you so much, because it carries more meaning than you ever wanted it to, or that you allowed it. Okay? And that's something you have to look at. And it's going to be different for everybody. This week, interactions with people will be more revealing, and it's going to carry a bit of a weight or heaviness to it. This week, some people are going to have that feeling of the karmic burn. So some people need to still pay out that karma, cause and effect, right? Clarity shows up without confusion and without force. Movements will happen without force and very suddenly. And decisions this week will be made easier. And it's going to be made without overanalyzing. So some of you, especially you air signs, and some of you earth signs, you tend to overthink and overanalyze. Well, if you did the inner work and you have the clarity, once you gain that clarity, your decision making is going to be like, I'm on point. I know exactly where I'm going. I don't even need to think about it. So, and even if you're not one of those signs that I mentioned, you might just be part of that energy group. And again, remember, energy moves and flows. So if you're not there yet, you will get there. Decisions will be made easier without overanalyzing them, because why? You got rid of the stronghold, baby. This week will be about awareness. Let things show up at their own pace. Trust what feels simple, even if it doesn't even look big. Because sometimes the most important shifts, they don't come with noise. They come with clarity. And you're right on time to notice it. And one more thing that I wanted to say. The Most High, it says it in the Bible, that you're the conqueror. You are a conqueror. You are the salt of the world, of the earth. The world. You are the salt of the earth and the light of the world. It's time to start acting like it. He gave you the authority. He gave you his name. It's time to rise up, peoples. You're going to have a what would Jesus do moment. It's coming. Anyways, before I do this tarot reading, I got a little bell. I'm just going to do this, so clear the air. God, angels, universe, and spirit. Let's get some tarot cards in. I'm going to change up my little reading this right now. I don't know why. Just feeling a change. I know this week has been a little odd for me. You know, a lot of... this morning I was listening to someone and they've even pointed it out. There's a difference between chosen ones and golden child, okay? A chosen one tries so hard to live a normal life and they never get one. And I'm gonna tell you this right now, my life is far from normal. And I gotta laugh about it because I asked myself, I asked the Most High, I said, why would you make me do this? And they told me I needed you to be here so that you could expose somebody. I never thought in a million years that I had to actually take a company or a corporation and report them to the FBI because they're stealing from people. Like, what? Why am I here? So again, some people are still going to be exposed, but hey, it's all about right place and right time. There was something else. Oh, golden children. So the difference between a golden child and a chosen one tries so hard to be different or to be like everyone else. Where a golden child tries to just be like, let's say it's their mom or their dad, a parent. They try to be that person's, like, I don't want to say codependent, but everything, exception, everything that they do is for one person. It's usually their mom or their dad, right? So somebody this week is acting like a spoiled little brat. Like maybe someone in your life is a golden child. Maybe this has something to do with the family. And well, just, you know, when a parent does that, that's actually, a form of manipulation. Hey, I'm going to treat this kid like my golden child so the other one might rise up, right? That's control and manipulation, no matter how you look at it. So anyways, I don't know why I said that, but I felt like it had to come out. Hey, maybe I'm helping someone else out there. You never know. But my world has always been weird, and I'm just rolling with the punches, right? Like, seriously. I was like, I can't even call the police because these are, like, it's a corporation and they're in different states. So it's like, well, you have to call the FBI. This is so weird. Anyways, let's move on. What do we need to know for this week? Collective, what do we need to know? Again, this is low visibility because all the planets now are releasing themselves and going direct. So once that speed picks up, poof, we're off to the races. Anyways, what do we need to know to move forward this week? If someone was watching you, they're no longer watching you. I'm not laughing. I'm sorry. Let me take that back. Or maybe now some of you actually got clarity and you no longer need to go soul searching anymore. I get that too. So that's good. Ooh, Queen of Swords. If you resonate, I call this my spiritual warrior card. But if you are an air sign, doesn't have to be. You resonate with the Queen of Swords, you're destined and fated to speak some truth. And because you spoke some truth, someone else is going to lose something very tangible. It could be money, or maybe because you spoke this truth, it was destined and fated. I feel like you're the catalyst, but because you spoke this truth, someone else's life is now falling apart. Oh no. Maybe you spoke some truth about yourself, like, hey, I'm losing money, but whatever it is, it ricocheted. It's a backfire mode. Yeah, it was part of a contract. Well, good job, I guess. I don't know. Someone's losing money because they're in a contract. Could be business, but I'm also getting marriage or love. Some of you might be receiving some bad news this week, but the bad news is that you are going to see something very, very, very clearly. It's like, it's going to let you, it's going to help you release something. Ooh, we got the Emperor in the house. Ooh, maybe some of you are going to see that someone actually did do the right thing. Or maybe some of you might have some issues with some in the legal acts, you know, like with some police officers. But I got the Emperor. When I see the Emperor, that's someone who did the right thing. He does the right thing for everyone involved. He's not selfish. You know, this is where all men, that's the goal, right? To be the Emperor. So some of you might get some message. Oh, I see. It could be read a couple ways. Some of you might be thinking, you know what? I finally released this person. I don't want this person back. I'm moving forward, right? Maybe you already have. And all of a sudden you get some bad news that this person actually did the right thing. Ouch. It's a repeating cycle. He didn't want something to be over. He knew it was a repeating cycle. He knows, could be just, hey, we got some unfinished business. We need to talk. So the Emperor's got some unfinished business. The Emperor is repeating a cycle. Something from the past is coming back around. But he is going to do the right thing. He's in the upright position, so yay. Maybe the Emperor is going to get, maybe if you resonate with the Emperor, you are going to be the one that receives some bad news, but you're going to clearly see by you doing the right thing, you change something. You change a repeated pattern. Yeah. I feel like somebody knows that they were, maybe the Emperor knows, or somebody knows that someone did not put work and effort in. They were hoarding money. I feel like they're just hoarding. Maybe this Emperor feels like, you know what, I did the right thing by hoarding everything. Yeah, but you're not letting anything in. So that's not the right thing to do. It's a repeating pattern. So some of you Emperors out there, a repeated pattern is maybe you're holding money, not putting work and effort in. I get laziness as well. You trying to enjoy like what you built, but you did it all by yourself and now you're hoarding it. But when you hoard, nothing can come in or out. So you're just going to keep repeating the same cycle. So you're going to see that very clearly. Yeah. It's like a fear. It was a fear base. You're afraid. The reason why you were hoarding, let's say money or possessions, what you own owns you. You were afraid to be poor. That's why you held on to it. But at the end of the day, that's not doing the right thing. Because nothing in this world, you don't own anything in this world. We're just visitors. You didn't want to hit rock bottom and you didn't want to struggle. Okay. So somebody is trying to justify their hoardingness. And they think they're doing the right thing. I'm going to hoard everything. Nothing's coming in or out. It's my money. It's my possessions. Love. Someone is going to get a message. If you're looking for a job offer, some of you are going to get a job offer this week. And because this person chose to hoard and didn't want to struggle, I feel like it's almost like, all right, you're coming into two decisions. Do you get your wish fulfillment and move towards that wish fulfillment? Or do you want to be alone for the rest of your days holding on to your money? Are you going to open up? So I feel like if you are the Emperor, you're coming to you had two decisions to make. You're going to clearly see which way you need to go. And the way you are going to go the moment you open up, look, you got your wish fulfillment, the 10 of Pentacles. You got a loyal woman and she got money too. She's just like, you know, Ten of Pentacles is having it all. You finally let something in, and guess what? Boom, having it all. I also see this Emperor is moving in with the Ten of Pentacles, a wish fulfillment for both sides. And I do see that this is an equal reciprocity. Very balanced and very harmonious. Aww. Someone learned their lesson and they finally opened up. Yay. Nice. Moving along. What someone doesn't know, you got happiness all up in the horizon. Some of you are going to be so happy you have no idea. Just happiness is coming in. And happiness is definitely coming in for this Nine of Pentacles. If you resonate with the Nine of Pentacles, Nine of Pentacles is someone who does it. She's self-sufficient. She got her shit together. She did it all by herself. You're going to be super happy that you did do all that work by yourself. You're stable. You're secure. Even animals and children love you. You're going to be so happy you did that all by yourself. Because look, your happiness, you've been doing everything for so long. Someone is moving in with you. The Nine of Pentacles, all she needs is one more pentacle before she has her wish fulfillment. That means someone's moving in with you, babe. Your days of being single are over. You have a partnership coming in, and it's bringing in happiness. Look at that. Look at this card. That's a woman and her baby, and that's just happiness. And a unicorn. So something magical is on the way or happening. It's transformation because I see butterflies. It's very magical. Aw. A lot of you guys are going to get some really good blessings. A lot of you struggled for a really long time. Yeah. Somebody doesn't want to talk to you. They chose to withhold communication from you. The person that doesn't want to talk to you ain't going to put matters in their own hands. And just so you know, for you, Empress, that was the best move. The worst move for them, but the best move for you. That was a very good change. You got a good change coming in. Yeah, it hurt. You had to go through a lot, but look at you. You're pregnant. You're the Empress. You make things beautiful everywhere you go. You are the warmth. You are the love. And by someone deciding, I ain't going to talk to you no more. I'm going to withhold love from you. Guess what? That was the best move they ever made for you. Because that was a good change for you. Not a good change for them. That's going to go right back to them in the opposite direction. And yes, Empress, you have a wish fulfillment coming in. Nine of Cups energy. That's emotional. A nice big wish fulfillment coming in. So if you resonate with the Empress to me is all four queens, all in one. You had to go through a lot to get that. And you're getting your wish fulfillment. Congratulations, ladies. You ever notice the ladies this time around are getting wish fulfillments? I've noticed that. There is a reason behind that, and I was actually going to put it out today, but I'll wait for my next week's reading. It has a lot to do in, like, you ever notice when God calls upon people, when he calls upon men, he makes them go out into the wilderness, makes them go on journeys, where women, he goes and shows up to their house. He does that for his daughters, because daughters are the blessing to the men. And a lot of women don't understand that. Again, your father says, you're a conqueror. You're the salt of the earth. You're the light of this world. It's time to act like it. Remember who you are. Anyways, here's what we don't see coming. What do we not see coming this week? Third-party situations. Could be an attorney, could be a police officer. If you are a King of Wands, this fire sign energy, don't have to be. Maybe you're just, well, you're in the upright position, so yay you. You're loyal. You're very creative. Anyways, you got a third party coming in. A Knight of Pentacles talking to you. When I see the Knight of Pentacles, I think of it as like someone who is of, like an attorney. Could be a counselor. Someone in a professional business. Could be a cop. But Someone is coming towards you. Third party situation. Could be a doctor. Whatever you do, this third party is coming in. You're being told to not offer them any money. This person knows you're not stable. Maybe you're not stable mentally. Maybe you're not stable. Something about, they know something about you. And you're being told, do not offer any money to this person. Don't give them a pentacle. Maybe this person was trying to, could be theft. Maybe you're being pocket watched. Whatever it is, by you not offering or giving money to this person, your soul will be able to rest, okay? A lot of fire signs this week, you're being called to rest. You male fire signs, definitely rest. Go within. If you are waiting on a phone call, that phone call is not going to happen. Why? Because you're completing a cycle, especially if you're in Aries this week. Because I think Aries season just started, so your birthdays are coming. So when you enter into your birthday season, that's when you start completing out cycles. So you have a major ending, a death to a situation. So maybe you need to go within. You're not going to get that phone call. You're being told don't really communicate. Just you need to rest and rejuvenate. And don't put work in it. Some of you might be quitting your jobs. Maybe you want a new job. Maybe the job that you're at, you're not making enough money. Some of you might not be putting work and effort into yourselves. And you need to. Whatever it is, it's putting you in your feelings. If you have children, you're not going to have your, if you have children, it's like you're letting them go this week. You do not want to be bothered. Something about you saying no. You need to learn how to say no. Maybe you need to let something go from your childhood. Whatever it is, you're not going to be sorry about it. And the moment you come to this realization, or the moment you say no, boom, you got your power and your energy back and you're moving forward. You got the strength card. So that's for you male fire signs out there. Or if you resonate with the King of Wands, someone who's creative, loyal. You got it going on. Anyways, it might be a little, let's keep going. Someone doesn't want to sever ties. Someone has some truth to speak. You're being told if you have something to say, you do need to say it. Then your soul will be able to rest. Some of you might have cleared out all your contracts. Like I've released everything from my past. I literally took a match and I burnt that shit to the ground. There's no going back to my past. I got one. Don't sever ties. There's a reason behind it. The reasoning is, remember, for me it is, well, this is what I was told. Remember, a lot of people don't like me because I don't do what other people think I should do. I do what the Most High tells me to do. So I walk with purpose. And one day I asked, why do you not want me to sever ties with this person? And the answer was, imagine how precious a soul is when both God and the devil are fighting over it. And you know what I thought about that? That was me. That was you. We're all one. We're all interconnected somehow. Maybe you're someone's light and you don't know it. But someone has some truth to speak. And when they speak this truth, the truth is coming in for you, Queen of Wands. Now, Queen of Wands can be someone who's just younger. Doesn't have to be, usually, to me, it is a fire sign card, but the Queen of Wands is someone who's beautiful. They're sassy. They got their shit together. She does. She's in the upright position. She's creative. Anyway, someone does not want to sever ties with you, and they're coming in to tell you some sort of truth. and you are being led by God. Maybe you have some legal issues. As long as you speak the truth, it will go in your favor if you're a Queen of Wands. God has something to say. God is exposing the real villains at this time. Why? So that we can release ourselves from the evil, the strongholds, so that we can all start a new beginning. That's what this was all been about. And once you start this new beginning, you'll be able to have a face-to-face talk. This is Two of Cups energy. This is a divine union. Some of you are being prepared for a divine union. This is soulmate energy. This is twin flame energy. And the devil even knows it. Someone might want to come in and talk to you because the reason, let's say, a relationship didn't work out is because they had addiction problems. And they need to have a talk to you about it. A lot of the things that the devil is having people do is reminisce about your past, holding on to the past, things from your childhood. If you are in your 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, and 80s, and all you keep doing is thinking about your past, you have a demon. You have a stronghold. And I'm here to tell you, even the demon and the devil is saying, if you're reminiscing about your past, guess what? That's a sin. You will be a salt of a pillar. Who was it? It was someone, Sarah. She couldn't let go of her past and she became a pillar of salt. I think it was Sarah. I could be wrong. Anyways, why is he making you do this? Even you guys realize that the devil and God work together. God made the devil. That's his son. They work together. And the devil is even coming up in my reading saying, listen, it's time to let go of the past. Even he's done dealing with the repeating of the cycles. You know that's bad when he is even upset about it. Like, I'm sick of seeing you. Let go, let go, let go. Anyways, all the secrets are coming. Darkness comes to light. And because a lot of you right now, maybe some of you, the truth has came out. And now you're not thinking straight. You feel grounded. You feel stupid. You feel humiliated. Oh, it hurt your ego, your pride. Oh my God, shit is just, yes, it's good. It's exactly what you signed up to do. It is what you manifested. So watch your words this week, because your words this week are going to be powerful. Now, Aries season is all about action, but the downfall with Aries season is people, when it comes to Aries season, is I love Aries people. They're funny and hilarious to me, but the bad news about Aries people is they will start a project and not finish it. Why? Because they're the youngest of the zodiac, I like to say. They're the number one uno. They're the first of the zodiac, technically. So their mind frames are set up like, ooh, I want to start this project. But then they don't finish it and they go over here, I got to start this project. So they're like a little toddler running around just trying to start projects, but do they finish them? No. That's the bad news about that. So again, be careful where you place your energy, because the old ways are no longer working. Now God is saying to you, let's be more specific. You've been spreading your energy around all over the place. Yes, we're in Aries season. Now the lesson is, what do you want? You want that new job? Boom, now you can have it. Okay, you want a partnership? Show me and act like it and I'll give it to you, you know? So anyways, yes, be careful of your words this week. You will be manifesting faster than normal. And yes, some of you are going to be getting married or going to be entering new contracts, work and love related. This week, somebody will try to pull an injustice on you, and an injustice can be anything. Hold on, let me get another card. If you are the Queen of Cups, these are my earth angels. You're loving, kind, you're the real, beautiful, loving, beautiful beings that you are. Somebody caused an injustice to you. You're aware of it. You now are healed. You're not brokenhearted over it. You've moved on. You're the ones, earth angels. And it could be male and females. I don't care who you are. When I went back to, hey, you talk the talk, or you walk the talk. Now let's see you actually. Are you going to forgive someone for a wrongdoing? You have a what would Jesus do moment. And it's somebody that you shared your money with, but betrayed you. Wait a minute, can go two ways. You are going to have to forgive someone for a wrongdoing, but once you do, you have a blessing coming to you, and it is in the form of money. And this money that you receive, you're being told not to share it because there's something very specific that you're going to be doing with it. And some of you earth angels, you're going to have to forgive someone that you actually shared or gave a gift to. Maybe you were helping them and they screwed you over. Well, this person's coming back around. You do need to forgive them. They are seeking forgiveness. And I think once this person, you forgive them, they're going to gift you something. Then they need to, but they also need to come in telling you the truth. This is the King of Swords energy. Could be an air sign, doesn't have to be. This is my spiritual warrior, okay? So it would make sense for a spiritual warrior to confront an earth angel. Hey, I got to tell you the truth. And you're going to forgive this person. Well, you're going to have a what would Jesus do moment, but you're going to forgive them. And this person is actually bringing in a gift. He did actually do some inner work, and I feel like this person changed in a good way, but not all the way. It's like he did the work, but he's only halfway there. He is well aware of the manipulation and the control. He did it to control, let's say, I keep getting this person was a runner. He was manipulative and abusive. Either he was or he was being manipulated and abused. Anyways, this person's coming in. And he is coming in after he speaks his truth, and it's going to come out direct. He turns himself into the King of Cups. Because it's almost like it was something he was trying to hide from you, but you already saw it because you already know. If you're an earth angel, you read that soul, his soul already told you. All you had to do is look into his eyes. But it's like by him telling you the truth, it's actually him actually living in his truth. It's something he ran from. He is coming in to gift you something. Could be like maybe money, a gift. He's so sorry. He is definitely in regret. But because he was trying to be manipulative, or maybe he was the one that was being manipulated or abused, you now you both are a power couple. You see how that works? As long as you forgive and let this person in, this person will be loving and kind again. Or from now on. This person had to go through what he went through for a reason. And once he offers this love, and he is the King of Cups, and it could be a water sign, doesn't have to be. Could just be a man in love. Now he's emotionally stable. He got a grip on himself. Yeah, maybe he was abused, maybe he was manipulative, but maybe he went and worked some shit out. Maybe he went and talked to somebody. Maybe he went and got help. But at the end of the day, it doesn't matter, because guess what? You guys are celebrating your love together. And a lot of it had to do with a third party situation. And also there was a lot of gossip that surrounds this. And that's why he made a bad choice. He also is receiving negative karma from this. Expect communication and emails to open up this week. I just got, someone finally woke up that their mother was karmic, and he finally had the balls to tell his mom that she was a piece of shit. I'm sorry, I don't know why I just got that. Like, you're a bad mom. Anyways, this Queen of Pentacles is in reverse. Now that's somebody who is not, she ain't giving. Yeah, she could be manipulative, guilt trippy, more of like codependent in a sense. Very codependent. Anyways, she's receiving some sort of, maybe she's not well. Maybe she's got some mental issues. When I see the pentacles upright, definitely usually someone who is an earth sign, but it doesn't have to be. We all embody, you know, some sort of a trait. But all right, at one point she was like this, but now she's not. So someone might be getting some communication about maybe their mom is sick. Not well. Doesn't have to be a mom. It could be your sister, an aunt, a friend. But someone on or around you might not be well. And I'm getting mentally disturbed. I do not know why. Today we have jokes. There's a female that is around your energy and she is mentally disturbed. Anyway, she's receiving some sort of written communication, maybe a text or an email, but she's no longer going to be spying or prying into your life anymore. Someone needed to hear that. Actually, thank God. Ooh, that was weak. I literally had one of these. She was spying on me for a while. It's jealousy and envy, and I felt bad for it. I never really said anything. I just kind of kept my distance, but that's why you just keep staying silent, you know? Anyway, she's no longer going to be prying, because why? She's got clarity now. All she's got to do is some inner work. Yeah, she sees something very clearly, but at the end of the day, when you break karmic patterns and cycles, and at the end of the day, justice, once the truth comes out, now justice can be served, and it balances back out the universe. So whatever you put out, you get back. And that balance and justice is me and her, or if you resonate with this card, maybe that is your mom. Who knows? I don't know. But at the end of the day, we're not reconciling. She lost access to me. She can watch me all day long, but I ain't gonna talk to her. She knows this, and she is in regret. And I am protected. You guys are protected. Someone is in defense mode because they are in regret right now. So someone around you is in defense mode because they're in regret. Like, they know they screwed up and now they're in defense mode. And it could be anybody. If you are a defensive kind of person, you are going to be let out in the cold. Why? Because you're not letting anything in. So the universe is looking at you like, if you're going to be in defense mode and you ain't going to allow us, you ain't letting anything in, you got that big guard, guess what? You're going to be left out in the cold. No one's going to want to deal with you. And someone this is my freak the fuck out card. Someone is losing their shit because they know they got left out in the cold because they were in defensive mode, and now they're in regret. That's the karmic burn that's showing up. Some of you will be traveling this week. Some of you are traveling to release yourself from some sort of, let's say, stronghold. The divine is saying, yes, this is a week of karma still playing out, but the divine is telling me to tell you guys, just release everything and give it to the Most High. And if some of you need to, ask for them to step in and help you. Karma's being delivered. Some of you might need to ask the divine or the Most High, like, hey, I need your help. I need you to step in and help me. Yeah, they're telling you, don't fight. This is not your battle. Oh, Lord. There's a group of people. Somebody decided, you know what, I don't want to fight. I'm not going to put matters into my own. I know a few people that are like this. It's sad when I see that too. Anyways, there's a group of people or a family that is no longer wanting anything to do with someone like this. Could be an earth sign, doesn't have to be. But this King of Pentacles is in reverse. This is someone who's selfish. But there's a whole group of people that said, you know what? They knew what this person did. He tried to keep a secret. He's trying to withhold. I feel like selfish, something about money, greed, arrogancy. Oh, the golden child. The golden child syndrome. If you are that golden child, you're about to be annexed from a whole group of people. It's almost like, it's kind of like your karma. You lived to make them happy, but you were lying to them. You weren't standing in your truth. You just wanted them to think you were this whatever person. So if you're one of those people that are, all right, that's kind of like lying about your character. But people can see through that. And I think that's what happened here. I think this whole group of people, could be a family, could be friends, could be a whole town, who knows. This whole group of people saw right through this guy's bullshit. And now they don't want nothing to do with him. So you're going to see a lot of that. It was built on lies. It was all destined and fated to come out. It was destined and fated for him because he wouldn't let go of them, they have to let go of him. Why? Because he needs to go towards his destiny. So a lot of you males, let's say if you didn't do the right thing, you were lying, you're scheming, whatever. The truth is going to come out because you're holding on to the wrong people. Maybe you don't want to grow. You don't want to face the truth, you know. At the end of the day, you're going to be forced into your destiny. So if you were trying to not grow, some of you are going to be forced to grow. Yeah. And you will not be reconciling back with that group of people or family. Like it's over. Done like dinner, stick a fork in it. They were just abusing you anyways and manipulating and using you. And you knew that. Maybe that's why you became like, you know, like, I'm not giving anybody anything. You're not letting anything in. You're not letting anything out. So guess what happens? The universe, God's plan, is always bigger than your own. Some of you water signs are going to see something very, very clearly this week. Maybe you're going to be opening up, moving into a new direction. Maybe you're going to clear the air, something about regret, something you've been regretting. Just letting go of something from your childhood. Maybe you regret not talking to your children, that came out. Letting go of your kids, not paying attention to your kids. I'm getting that. Some of you guys might feel that way. Anyways, it's never too late to say I'm sorry. But remember, you can apologize. Words don't, words are words. It's your actions that gotta, meet with your words. Anyways, let's move on to, let's get an advice card for this week. Let's get an advice. What advice do we need to know for the week? Some of you need to check in with yourselves. Yeah, some of you need to check in with yourselves. When you think about whatever it is that you're pondering, take a moment to check in about how you feel about it. Do you feel lighter or heavier? Excited or filled with dread? Pay attention to your inner guidance. It will be helpful this week. And protect. You're being asked to protect yourself and your energy. It's okay to want to give to others, which you do effortlessly, but it is also important that you set healthy boundaries with your energy before doing so. Now is the time to get some protection in place. That was a big lesson for me, to protect my boundaries. I think a lot of us have that one. we tend to let our guard down. My favorite saying is, trust everyone, but not the little devil inside of them. Anyways, let's get a oracle card from the inner child. What do we need to know this week? Give us an oracle card. Emotions are the reflection. It's time to look for the deeper meaning. Ooh, some of you all are going back within, looking for a deeper meaning of life. All right, let's get out some dice. Obviously we're gonna make this a long reading today. Why not? Oh, I got a new dice too. I thought that was fun. Anyways. Some of you are, I'm going to be one of them because I swear to God for the last few weeks I was resting. Some of you are no longer going to be in rest mode and you're going to start doing. You're slowly moving into your new beginning. So that's happening. Number 11 will be significant, maybe 11 o'clock, 11 days. Someone is going crazy right now because it's like they broke a promise and they didn't follow through on their promises, so now they're driving themselves crazy. They broke a promise. Somebody's home is protected. Maybe the police will show up. Something might happen. Police might show up. Someone's been procrastinating too long and now they're busy crying. They did get their wish fulfillment, but you need to bring balance to this situation or you're going to lose it. You didn't nurture it. You didn't take care of it. You didn't move in. You didn't move it forward. You didn't communicate. You kept your mouth shut, and someone's ancestor is saying all he's got to do is communicate, or she, and it will bring balance back into the situation. Nope. Straight up, it's a male. The universe is saying, some of you men out there need to be more optimistic. Ooh. This week might be the energy of the males. Last week, I think it was more feminine energy. So, some of you males need to be more optimistic this week. Stop being so sad. Release, greed is another release that needs to be released for you males. Speaking your truth. Maybe some of you need to change your music. Sing. Eat more fruit. Somebody's going to watch. The tables have turned. And now you're going to watch somebody the person that was greedy in your life, you're going to watch this person fall, and it's going to be fast. And it's going to be very, very sad. All because that person was playing a game. Backfire energy, yeah. The Leaning Tower of Pisa. This person doesn't even see it coming. Yeah, again. Somebody's procrastinating. But the masks have fallen off. And now whoever the procrastinator is, they're not happy at all. Not happy. And the number 9 is significant. Almost completion to a cycle. So it's almost over. All right. Well, that's all I got for you guys. We can get a Declaring Decree card and call it a day. Somebody did not want somebody to have their freedom. Well, guess what? That wasn't your option. Let freedom ring. That's all I keep hearing. Somebody didn't want someone to have their freedom. Like they were trying to control them. They didn't want them to have the freedom. Well, that person, they're free. I feel like it's more of like God stepped in and said, you don't have the authority, but God did. I'm just kidding, man. This greedy person is very, very arrogant and privileged. Maybe we'll see the rise the fall of the dominant people. somebody's falling. Somebody's life is falling apart. Or they feel like it is and it's really not. That's funny. That's an ego thing. Anyways, give us one card. We want to let go of something. That's too many. Somebody made a huge mess. Or somebody's fallen, like their life, like they feel like their life is falling apart, but in reality, they're really not. Oh, they're telling me take this one. Yeah. All right. I got two. And this is perfect, probably because I keep looking at these two dice over here. Anyways, all unforgiveness of myself and others is now cleared and destroyed from my energy in spirit and in flesh. All unforgiveness of myself and others is now cleared and destroyed from my energy in spirit and in flesh. And let's see what the other one is. Fire. All illusions about who and what I am are now destroyed and cleared from my energy in spirit and in flesh. All illusions about who and what I am are now destroyed and cleared from my energy in spirit and in flesh. Those are good things to release. Oh, I don't know what's going on. Someone is trying to manifest somebody. Let go of control and let go of the outcome. God, angels, universe, let's end this beautiful reading. I want to thank you all. If you stuck it out with me for this long, let's get one last card and call it a day. Happy Sunday, y'all, and I hope you guys stay safe this week. Protect your energy, drink your water, and mind your own business, and move in silence. Protect those blessings and those wishes. All right, I got two, but I don't want to read two. I guess I have to. They're saying I have to. Sorry. 1. The awareness of non-duality, unity, wholeness, and merging with the universe. When you experience oneness, you feel connected to everything in the universe and in the existence on every level. When you are at one with all things in the universe because of the awareness and understanding that ultimately we are all one or whole, we were all meant to abandon individualism and materialism for the greater good. Being at one offers a spiritual way of being happy and living a quality life. It is the basic principle behind all spiritual traditions, and it can make a difference to the fabric of society. Wholeness refers to the feeling of completion, satisfaction, fullness, and the vastness that can only come from being your true authentic self. Wholeness refers to experiencing and embodying your true nature. Oneness and wholeness are meant to extend our experience beyond our limited egos. Wholeness as a term is clear that by honoring the belief that one can only fully absorb the truth if we are living accordingly to the law of one. When you live by the law of oneness and are at one with yourself, you become a powerful tool for transforming and promoting goodness and positivity out into the world. We may not be able to change the entire world, but if any small progress is in that direction can even help one person, then we have made the world a little bit better. It is only in our minds that we are separate from the rest of the world. Be at one because you are already whole. Go out and make the world a little bit better today. So a lot of you are coming into oneness, wholeness. That's what we were talking about. And the 144s, it's time to rise. There are many names people use to call themselves, whatever that name may be. Some of them have to call to a, sorry. Some of them have a call to answer that was given to them by the Most High to help raise the collective consciousness. These are the chosen ones. Remember, I had a thing today about chosen ones and golden child, so that's what this is all about. You have a better chance at being a chosen one than winning the lottery. The energy frequency of 144 hertz is unconditional love. It is the frequency that we align ourselves with the natural rhythm of the cosmos. This brings in balance and harmony between us as physical beings, the universe, and the divine, fostering in unity, consciousness, and by bringing heaven down to earth. Because why? We're all one. We are all here to broadcast love and peace to all beings that need it the most and to raise the vibration of all living life. The time has come to change. Excuse me. I canceled. Jesus. The time has come to change the game. Rise above and transmute that negative energy. When you come from the heart space and raise the vibration by tuning into the frequency of unconditional love, it will not only help heal, but it will promote a better well-being. Oh my God, I can't read. Someone might not be seeing something very clearly this week, but you will get that clarity. That's what I'm getting. When you are in full alignment of all that is, you gain a deeper understanding of the divine, the universe, and your place within it. Open up your heart to the beauty of existence and understand that there is a larger picture, both spiritually and physically. It's time to rise into your oneness. That is all I have for you guys today. Thank you. Please like, share, and subscribe. And until we meet again, Namaste.